So imagine this journey as a graph. And I'm going to share the screen now. And let me know if you all can see this.
Say I have to ask permission.
Okay.
Oh, no, just Miss can see my screen. Okay.
Okay. So can everyone see Traci's screen? Yes. Perfect. All right. Okay, great. And so as I would say, I was saying to you, imagine this being what my journey looked like. Oh, so welcome to virtual business. So this was me, how I took my stress level from where it was way up here and able to bring it down to, even though it may look, oh, you went down, that was my stress level going down. And now this is my success. And that's how I see it. And that came about when, okay, one person is joining. I'm going to admit that person. It's Kathy. Welcome, Kathy. We are just starting. Okay, so as an entrepreneur, I have built two businesses from scratch. My Lady Rant's Bakery and Books, and then now Life Curve Consulting, which is what I want to talk about today. And the Life Curve Consulting came about as I was writing my business book, because the more I wrote the book, Fresh Perspective, most of you have read it, the more I realized that all the stories I'm talking about are my experiences. And they are things that I want to share and help other women with. And so the more I wrote, the more clarity I start to get. And then it was during COVID-19, I reminded myself I didn't like struggling with the way I was to build relationships, to find the proper networking groups, and to just have support. And that was when the light bulb came on, and I said, okay, I'm now going to set aside all of the struggles that I have. I'm going to trust in myself. And I don't know how, but this is what I'm going to do. So I scribbled down a blueprint for myself. And on that blueprint, this is what I came up with. So I said, you know what? I'm going to sell Lady Rent's Bakery and Books because I'm meeting my benchmark. I'm going to start the consulting firm, work part-time for my firm, and then I would find another job that's part-time doing something that I like, but then I'll have a sure salary. And my end goal is that I would have freedom doing what pleases me, surrounding myself with the right people, work and travel, and be present in whatever it is I am doing. And I am happy to say I am there today. Still working on finding a buyer for Lady Rant's Bakery and Books, but I'm happy to say today we're celebrating this. I am working part-time here, and I am getting something going here in another part-time, working to build this even more. So now I would like to move on to our next slide, which is Meet Life Curve Consulting and the faces behind it. So this is Traci, my amazing business partner.
Hello.
And this is right. And of course, so it's now Traci and Renate. So Traci and I, we ended up we met in a most interesting way. She was my boss. She hired me. Traci owns a nonprofit organization, and she hired me to be an assistant to her and help manage some of her team. But and as I get to know her, I learned that, oh, Traci is an expert with tech stuff, and she builds amazing websites. So when I needed a website for my consulting firm, I hired her, and she's really cool to work with. So as we were working together, and we were talking about what we like and what we don't like, I realized there was so much similarity in her experiences in networking, starting a business, doing what she's doing. And the more we sat together and we work, we jokingly said one day we should quit where we're working right now and start our own business, taking what you know and what I know and do this. And she said, seriously, we should. So what started out as a funny conversation became a reality a few months down the line. And here we are today working together. She builds all my designs and she helps me with give me clarity when I'm sitting there with a lot of stuff running. So I bounce things off of her likewise. And she has taught me to be tech savvy as well. So I am like, yay, look at me now. So we really make a good pair. When I was starting to go into consulting, again, with no knowledge, and then the more I talked to her and I said, I would one day like to collaborate with someone, but that person, I have to trust that person because, I've had so many poor experiences in the past. So now, it's hard for me to trust people because why? I've invested in so many people and I was disappointed. But now I am so happy that we're working together, and so far we have achieved so much. It's unbelievable. We were just saying just now we needed some champagne. We wish you all could have been in person with us, but so here we are. We're passionate about helping entrepreneurs, just like most of you ladies who I know here. I know Leah, I know Carol, and of course, this is Catherine Jane, whom I've met recently, and we've become friends very fast because we shared so many things that I realized, wait a minute, I've got a crew here. I've got a good group of women who are eager to help me on this journey.
Yes.
And so we'd like to walk you through a little bit about our website and our services. So these are our areas that we are working on. So we offer one-on-one business coaching. And with that, Traci is the web person, but I take on the one-on-one consulting. So if someone is looking to start or grow their businesses and they're feeling stuck, I can help them with that. And I do that because I know what it's like. You have a passion, you want to start out, and you are looking for people, and you think that they're genuine. You pay money, you show up, and then along the line you realize, wait a minute, I'm paying and I'm doing everything I can, but these people are really not true and authentic. They're not helping me. I am helping them by giving them my money for my business, and they don't really share the education or the resources. So we are not doing that with our business coaching. Our way is this: we want to help you. So this is why our business model is completely different from the rest. What we do is we listen to you, we hear what your challenges are, and then we help you with strategies. If we don't know we have the resources, for example. So let's say we need to help you to understand finances. We can recommend you to who our trusted CFO is, accountant is. We help women to understand how important it is to have a financial planner. I have that resource. I work with someone who has been handling that for me, both my business and my personal, for years. So a lawyer, I have all of those things. And the idea is to help you to become independent, not dependent upon us. In other words, we're not going to say, come back next week and pay us this much money and we'll do it for you. That's not what we want. We want you to take your money and invest in yourself. You come to, and then I say, what was it, Traci and I said, it's like you go to the car dealer, you buy a car, and we're not going to trick you and say you need to come every week for us to do an oil change, because no, you come and let us know when you need maintenance. So that's our business model, is to truly help you. And we do that in many ways in our coaching, the resources we've compiled our directory of resources with the right people. And we encourage our clients to support each other. We're businesses here. We educate, we teach, and in our networking that we're building on now is to say, listen, we all cannot use everyone's services. We cannot buy everything. However, we can support each other by referring each other to whoever your clients are, people looking for services. And if you're looking to shop within our community first, us. And then you can go out there if there's somebody who doesn't work, is a good fit for you. So we have that with the resources. Web design, that's Traci's masterwork. So, and she does that. And again, compared to what people will say, oh, here's the other thing about our business model. We believe in fair pricing. Again, all the things we did not like is what we're changing. We're not saying, oh, we're cheap. We're cost effective because we understand. So in other words, if the first thing what's your budget? What are you looking for? And we'll say, as with Traci when she first met with me, what's your budget? What you're looking for? And this is what I said to her. This is all I can afford. And if you can do this for me and I can, and this was when I was getting to know her. And so that's how she begins. And then she'll tell you, well, to get your feet off the ground, this is what you can do. And then we can build on that as you build on your revenue. So compared to some other people will tell you need all of this at one time. We don't do that. Networking, we've built our Entrepreneurs Edge community, and some of you are members of it. And that is so we can all connect with each other. And some of the things Traci and I are working on that's going to be starting soon is because I know most members, they get into the group, but they don't they're not taking advantage of what we're building. So I tell people, just because something is free, consider free as something you invested $500 in. It's value for you. So use the space and tell us what you have selling, because if you don't, we would know what you can do. And Traci and I will do our due diligence part of reminding members, of promoting you. So we have a lot of those things we want to do to shine light upon our clients, our members, our fellow entrepreneurs. And of course, we have talent development. So from time to time, we have workshops, and part of that is to teach. There are so many things out there that you as an entrepreneur can use for free and to help you get by until you can build that budget. But a lot of coaches don't tell you, because why? They want you to give them the money. So their way of having you to keep coming back to them is to let you know, is to keep as much information away from you as possible. That's not my goal. And I would say it again, the things I didn't like are the things I'm changing. And courses, we've built some courses where we're continuing. Traci has built those out. So we have courses, we have some that are free, we have a few for sale. And again, reasonably priced, and they're all that you can learn at your own pace. So those are some of the things that we have going on. What else? So like I said, our business model is centered around empowering you, helping you. This is a model of everything we have. So this is our business consulting. And this is where we would do the personalized business coaching sessions, one-on-one, helping you. Then we also have a lifestyle consulting. So as an entrepreneur, should you feel, something, I feel like I just need to have a grip on how do I even start and end my day, or eat well, or balance all the chaos of life. And then we'll just give you ideas and tips on wellness. And Traci is certified in her wellness area as well, that and me with my healthy lifestyle. And none of this is making you feel that you have to give up a whole lot of things. It's being practical and giving you tools and information that you could put into everyday use. Because I tell people, I don't like fluff. I don't want to spend money on something. I listen to you, I pick up the energy, and then I go home and I think, what did I just buy? What am I supposed to do with this? That's what I want to change for women entrepreneurs in general. And then we have speaker and workshops. We do that. So if for your business, if you need a speaker or a workshop, we're here to do that. We offer this to corporate firms as well. Here's our website development service. There's our talent development that we look in helping you to become better leaders for your team, for your business. These are digital courses, and this is something, like I say, we're always coming up with new ideas. We love to give freebies with little things that you can implement into your life as building your mindset. So it helps you be a better person, both for your professional and your personal lives. Most of us have families. It's hard to stay balanced with children and work and deadlines and employees. So we try to make that as easy as possible as we can by sharing what we know has worked and helped us. And these are the resources. We believe in resources. And like I say, I tell people I am, you might hear me say this quite often, I'm like Santa with my naughty and nice list. So I would only recommend my friends, my clients, my fellow entrepreneur women to people who I know are trusting, they're authentic, and they will truly help you. They'll say what they'll give you, what they tell you they will do. And so those are my list of resources for that. And what else did we sort of cover everything? So
Networking. There's the
this is our community. It's a Facebook community. It's a private Facebook group. And no, it's not that anyone can join. So this is why they have to request, because we have our guidelines and we have our requirements. And those are, you really have to be genuine, because we're not here just another Facebook group, but then we're not seeing, so we will start checking in with the business people, the business women. Let's say, you know, I'm looking at Carol right now. I'll say, Carol, have you find any value in this, in our networking community? Have you put something out there and people have not participated in? Or Leah, I'll say the same thing. Like Leah has an event coming up and she has posted it there. And so I will follow up with Leah about that, because this is what the purpose of Life Curve Consulting is about, is to, as we grow, we want to help you to grow. And that's I spoke to someone last week and he asked me, he said, Renata, what gets you going? And I said, changing the things that frustrates me. And so that's what I am passionate about. And so far since we've started this, I've met a few women who are as eager as I am to make this happen. And so I would love your support in helping me build a community, as if, in other words, as if we have our organization, but I wouldn't say organization, but what we're doing is truly building an authentic community where we're seeing value and there are no clicks. Oh my gosh, there are no clicks. So this is everyone, you're involved in everything. No one is stepping on the side. Out of here, fine, but in here, we really talk to everyone. Because community is about making belonging. That's what it is. It's doing things together so that we make belonging feels that we're there, we belong there. That's my goal. That's my aim. And like I said, it's new, it's starting. I'm looking to grow it. And what I really would like is for each other to start connecting. I don't want to say networking in the entrepreneurs community. And if you haven't subscribed as yet, we have all that information. All it takes is you just, and Traci will get to that and show you how. And then we will see that you have reached out, and then we will admit and you join. But you get in there, you start participating, because you can't expect results if you're not being a participant. So you have to be involved. And the way to get to build relationships and grasp opportunities is to participate and support each other. So that's what I am looking for, and I would love to do for you all. I am really passionate about this because this is me making that change of all the ugly things I didn't like in networking, because I don't belong to a networking group anymore. I don't. And this is why I'm starting this. So I will turn it over to Traci so she can say a little bit about herself. But I wanted to walk through all of that. However, before we go, actually, you will talk about our giveaways.
Oh, okay.
Because Carol is here. And,
What?
and
Okay.
yes.
So, hey, everybody. Renate keeps me sane, and she keeps me in line. So if it wasn't for time blocking and her keeping me sane, then yeah, I wouldn't be sitting here today, probably be all over the place. But yeah, we complement each other so well. And she's actually the best person I've ever worked with in my life, because usually, it's always one-sided or whatever, but it's so give and take. It's awesome. Or give and give most of the time. But so when we started doing this, she and I were talking about how, like, I know several of you I've spoken with, but about networking and how you go and they're like, hey, buy this, and hey, get this, and hey, do that. And you just leave lost. I couldn't tell you how many of tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars I've spent over the years on courses and coaching and, do it this way and network marketing. And I mean, you name it. So, social selling. I've dabbled in a little bit of it all. But throughout all this, I did learn some great skills when it comes to websites or tech or digital marketing, which we're always open to helping you with. We'll do the consultation and see where you are from there. And the other part is with the network, you know how I don't know if you go to some of the Facebook groups, they're like, hey, we don't want you to share your links. We don't want you to talk to anybody. Please don't DM anybody, da, 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 da. No, if you have a business and you have a skill set, share that, because we can't all be all things to all people. That's the part that drives me cuckoo. It's like Leah, we know, she's in finance. So please post your stuff. I think I see Sparkle Hustle Girl.
Yeah, Carol with her subscription box. So
Yeah.
people need to know about these things.
Yes.
And that's what we give, the freedom. So please, ladies, post away.
Yes. Yes. But other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and go to what, the giveaways or
Yes, we'll go there, and then we'll just, so this was our business model that we spoke about.
And speaking on that, so I do website development, I do brand development and all that. Great. What I don't want to have somebody where we have to hold their hand all the time, or they become dependent. I know when I first started and websites and people were like, oh, you can pay this and we'll do this, and this is a monthly fee and yada, yada. But I had no access to anything. And then if I decided to change companies, I lost everything. So our goal is, like, if you use WordPress, we're going to teach you help you use WordPress. And then that way you can update your own sites instead of paying $600 or $800 a month. If you use Squarespace or Wix, or, I can build on any platform, and teach you. And that was one of the great things about working with Renate, is she's a quick learner. And she was like, the only time she'll message me and with a picture and be like, help, this is what I got. So, like I said, we complement each other. So yeah, instead of a hand out, it's a hand up, and we all want to lift each other up. And you go ahead with that part.
Of
It's your
course,
lens.
and as you know me, I'm all about transparency, and I call it for what it is. And so I would love the way you guys can support us is please let your peers know if they're looking for a service that we provide, if you would recommend them to us. Yeah, if there's someone is saying, oh, I feel stuck, I don't know how to start a business, you just share our information with them, or someone's looking to find out, I don't even know how much it costs for a website or things like. So for all the people, entrepreneurs who might be with starting out or feeling stuck, don't have enough of the finances, been there, done that, send them our way. I tell people, I am the underdog. So while all the people are looking, someone said to me when I told them about my business model, someone said to me, you don't want to do that. You want to go with people who have budgets, because if you say you're working with people who are starting or feeling stuck, those are people who don't even know what they want. And at first, and I go, wait a minute, no, 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 that was not what I set out to do. I set out to work with the people who want big money don't want to work with. So it's like trying to sell my business. I've been told, oh, we only work with people with large money where we can make big commissions. So I don't qualify because I'm a small business, and I'm okay with that. I'm used to that. Somebody's gonna support me. I'm gonna find a broker who is gonna help me. And so that's what I want to change again. Because if we all focus on only the bigger picture, who is going to give these women the opportunity? It's like you go to college, you have all the student loan debt, and you come out and you hear, well, we need 5 years of experience. Somebody's got to give those kids the experience so that they can go after. So that's us. We're the underdog. And I wanted to say, I'll let Traci talk about the giveaways. Carol had to hop off. So Carol Gavani, she has a subscription box. That's her business. And every month she provides, you subscribe and you get a business book every month with a whole lot of other goodies. And she featured my book in her, I believe it was the February box, on a fresh perspective, creating a lifestyle business. And but along with that, and again, this is how we should support each other. When I met her and she spoke about that, I said, sure. And I thought of, well, I need to find a way to support her. So I said to her, I would like to order from you a set of boxes with gifts, but not with the books, that I can use as promotions to give away if I'm I'm hosting a workshop, or when I have a new client, I can give them a gift box. And so I ordered several boxes from her. And so, for example, today, perfect opportunity, I will be giving away 3 of the boxes. For those who do not have a copy of my business book, then you'll get a copy of that in your box. And those who already have a copy, then you'll get something else in the box. So these are our giveaways. And what we'll do is we'll put everyone's name, and then we'll pull out and we'll let you know who got what, who registered. And again, because we like to make people happy, if it's something you cannot use, then just say, hey, can I have this instead? Sure, why not? That's how it is. I don't want you to be stuck with something you can't use or like. I want it to be of value. That's how we do things.
Yeah.
So today, these are all the things we're going to be giving away: the Sparkle gift boxes, the business coaching, a one-on-one with me, so we can go over if you're feeling stuck, or Renata, I don't even know where to go from here. And again, practical steps, and then a free website consultation with Traci. And this summer, by late August, we're going to host our Rituals for Success. It's going to be a fabulous thing, getting you ready for next year. And of course, I will be using my speakers from here, my financial planner, Leah. She is amazing. Last year we were going to do a workshop, but it fell through because of timing and all of that. So she will be one of our speakers. And so many other amazing women I've already known. And those are the people I work with, will be the lineup. But it's all about education, empowering, engaging, and truly doing what you're saying. Because we all go out there, we're like, oh, yes, we do this and we do that. But then when you truly reach out to those women or you go to those organizations, it's a completely different story. And as one of my very good friends said to me in our early days of networking, and she said, it's as if you don't go in there and you don't buy their perfume. They don't even care to hear about my business. And I said, you know what? You're right. And she and I would go, when I moved here, I didn't know anybody. And she and I would go to these places and we'll go, am I the only one walking away feeling this way? And she'd say no and no. And then I met more and more women like that. That's how I met Leah. That's how I met so many amazing women. And I look back and I go, yes, I invested all that money. You know what? This is what I get out of it. I got Leah, I got Kathy, I got this person, I got that person. And that was the takeaway. And these are the things that I teach in my coaching or when we do workshops or webinars, is to show you how to change the mindset. Because once you conquer that, you can overcome anything. And it's the other thing is I've learned is how to not pick up the wrong energy in a room. Because when you go to a networking event, oh my gosh, everything sounds like yes, 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 yes.
Yes.
Invest, invest, invest. And then 3 months down the line, you go, what happened?
Yeah.
What happened? And so pretty much I teach you how to live life comfortably and how to really be present, slow down, and don't get caught up in all of that out there. And knowing when to stop pleasing, knowing when to say no, and knowing what is it, knowing when to walk away and knowing when to run. So, and I've lived through it for what we're going now into 14 years. So I tell people I've been sober for 3. I now have clarity. Yes. I've been in therapy with myself. And these are the things I teach and talk about, and real talk, real talk. So I'm not going to sit with a script. I'm not going to repeat what other people are saying. I just bring real talk to the table because, and that's why I like working with Traci, because if I'm feeling a certain way and I'll say to her, you know, do you think that this is a good thing I'm doing or a bad thing? So, and that's what you want, someone who will tell you the honest truth, not who will humor you. So
you need somebody to tell you your butt looks big in those jeans. So instead of going, yeah, you look great.
That's what she said.
Yeah, oh,
So ladies, please unmute yourselves, share anything, ask away any questions, and we'd love to introduce yourself so we know who you are and what you do.
Okay, so I have a couple questions, if that's okay. So I love this. This gives me so much clarity on together what you offer people. And you're right, there's this deficit in the market for people that are just starting out that waste a lot of time and money because they're just trying things. And it's much more efficient to have someone say, okay, we've done it all. We know what the best routes are. So say I'm someone that, has a couple of ideas for business, but I'm not really sure on the marketing side or how to get the product or service out there. You guys can help them piece together those different elements where they might have a great idea, but that's all they have.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what we're able to do, including, and part of how we do that is we may know someone to recommend them to. So, for example, let's say they're thinking, well, how do I, and then showing them how they can market by themselves and save some money. Because
Right.
I have paid people money, tons and tons of money for so-called marketing. And I thought at the end of the day, they themselves are Googling. I actually watched someone who I paid to do some marketing for me, got on Google to figure out how to do it. And I thought to myself, is it me? So, yes.
Yeah. And I always tell people
don't
when
wanna
we
see
meet
that.
yeah. So Renate keeps everybody straight, like I said, and she brings out the info. She's really good at that. And I always tell clients when I meet with them, tell me what you have in your head and we'll put it on a screen or we'll put it on paper. So that's usually the way I work. And then we can adjust from there.
Yes.
Okay. And you help them with the website and maybe transitioning emails into, what's the next step for them to take and conversions and things like that too?
Yes. Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay.
Missy helped me a lot with that, with my website, which I'll bring that, we should bring that up so we can see the website she designed for me, because a lot of things I didn't know. And then when she was saying, well, and I said to her, speak to me as if I'm a 5-year-old. I have no knowledge. But the thing is, what I like about her, she educated me. She just didn't say, don't worry about it. I'll get it done for you. So, and that's what we want to do with whoever it is we can help, is to teach you to function without us.
Yeah.
You need to feel confident.
Mhm.
And so these are some of the things that she designed for me. And so if we scroll down, yep, we can see.
This one does not. I'm frozen.
Okay,
I'm like a
okay.
movie.
Let's
Yeah.
see if it will allow me if I went, no. So but for example, we have this, and we have the about tabs or different services.
Mhm.
She suggested ways, because I had my own idea of stuff I was doing, and she says, no, this is how we could simplify it. And I go, you're right.
Yeah.
So she did that. She helped me figure out my colors and what I like. I think, and helped me a lot with that. So those are the things she has done, as
Huge.
well as suggesting to me pricing plans for the website and all of that.
Mhm.
So yes.
So cool. Well, thank you. This was so helpful to have a better understanding, because of course I know they're like, well, I just love this woman, so you just have to meet with her, talk to her. But it helps me better know not only who the right connections are, and not that I will, I'm never going to try to do somebody's job for them, but at least they're like, hey, these are some examples of how they help people, and it's hitting a lot of pain points, especially for like a brand new entrepreneur, which is huge.
Yes, yeah, exactly, which is huge. And, and again, our resources, for example, speaking with someone who may say, oh, well, what do I even need? How do I start? I can say, okay, these are the things you need, because we have everything planned out. And then we say, and this is how now you could go to the next step. This is my business lawyer. Have a conversation with her. We introduce them. We let them know, and this is how they become that they're learning. So they're not left like how it was for me. Oh, well, this is what it is. And now you could go over to the Small Business Association somewhere in Charlotte. If you go online, you can find those were the things, and I'm left there just figuring out the rest for myself.
Yeah.
We want to give you step by step and say, this is where you go now. We meet with you, now take this, you go, and that's how you build your business.
I think one of the worst experiences I've ever had was a coach that I was paying, I want to say like 8 years ago, $1,400 a month, which is apartment rent, right? And she was so cool online. However, every time I'd ask her something, she was like, well, I need you to talk to this person, or I need you to buy this class. And it was never her. So I'm like, I'm confused how you're successful, but you're always sending me to buy something from somebody else on top of what you're teaching, right? So she decided to come to Charlotte one week. And let me tell you, people online and people in business or in reality are two different things. she preached love and happiness and love everybody and forgiveness and oh my heaven's name. After that, I mean, I was just like, you know what? I'm firing you. I can't do this anymore. But yeah, it was such a bad experience. And the worst part is she was a woman of color, or is a woman of color. And when she looked at another woman of color like she was a piece of crap, I'm like, no, I can't work with you. So yeah, needless to say, I fell victim for a lot of other stuff after that, but most of it was just online courses or pay $19.97 and you'll get this and we can do that. And so just so you all know, we are not like that.
No,
Yeah.
no, not at all, not at all. So, but Leah, before I go on and ask any other questions, let us know what you do.
So I'm a financial planner primarily for the female entrepreneur. However, I always tell people I work with women and the men they love, so we definitely don't exclude men. I created Savvy Financial to meet what I saw as a big need when it came to meeting women where they're at and creating a different experience in the financial planning realm. So it's not that the process necessarily is drastically different, but a lot of the needs for women are different than men. And allowing women to feel that this is not an overwhelming experience. In fact, a lady that I met with earlier today, she was like, this is getting fun. She was like, I can see how this gives me so much confidence. And she was like, you were right. Initially, she was like, I thought that was so stupid when you said, like, how can planning something that feels really overwhelming? So that's the whole goal. It's to change the dynamic and mindset around money. My biggest emphasis is on tax efficiency. So obviously, the more money, assets, like bigger tax problems, essentially the better you do in life, you're punished for it. So it's how do you mitigate taxes, leverage the loopholes legally. But there are a lot of them. So that's the biggest focus I have. I have a planning partner, Robin Waddell, who started Emerald Financial. So typically you see us together, you see joint marketing and logos, but Savvy's really focused on women. But technically I'm part of the Emerald team. So that's what I do.
Kind of like how Traci and I joint team, you'll see sometimes the double logos because she's love, light, and design. And then so yes, get it, completely get it. Well, thanks, Lee. And there is Jane. Hi, Jane. I can't, okay, you gotta unmute.
Well, can I ask Leah a question real quick?
Please do,
are
yeah,
you
that's
here,
what
are
it's
you
about.
here in the Charlotte area?
Yes, my office is in Ballantyne.
Okay. Do you have a website?
It's at savvyfinancialllc.com, and that's savvy with 2 V's.
You could drop it in the chat if you want, Leah.
Savvy Financial what? LLC.com. Okay.
The domain I wanted was already taken, so I had to add the LLC.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very good to know. Yes, I'm in the Charlotte area too. So yes, my name is Catherine Jane Fitch, and I guess I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have been in the corporate world way too long, but my heart is really in entrepreneurship, and I'm still learning and I'm still trying to figure things out. But I have several businesses, and I have one with a partner. She's also a web designer, and is one reason why we're partners, because I would never be able to figure out any of that stuff. And she's amazing, which I'm sure Renate, you feel Traci is the same way. It's like, oh my God, you're so good. So anyway, but my business is called Authentic Inside and Out. It is an online community for female entrepreneurs, but we target mostly network marketing women. And we have 4 pillars. One is mindset. One is personal branding and social media marketing. And one is productivity. And one is health and wellness. And that leads me into my other business. I am a clinical holistic health practitioner. I've been doing that for about 25 years. And I'm also a cancer survivor. So I have recently combined the two together as a holistic cancer coach. And really to empower cancer survivors to incorporate holistic practices and whole food nutrition into their treatment protocol, whatever that might be. I don't just ever discourage anyone from traditional treatment for cancer, but I do try to incorporate some other things and also deal with prevention, of course, on the front end, because it's a whole lot easier than trying to fix the problem after you already have it. So those are my two businesses. And yeah, so that's who I am.
Thank you, Catherine. Yeah, we met for the first time in person. I got to know about I call her Jane. And
Yes.
because I met her from the Sparkle Hustle Grow group with Carol, because Jane is one of the members with the subscription box. So when I did my presentation for my author's book, that's when Jane reached out to me and I realized, oh, we live in Concord and where she is. And so we decided, she says, would you like to get together for lunch? I said, sure. And that opened up a whole nother world. And I realized, oh, wow, here's another one of my people. Come on.
And we know so many of the same people.
Yes.
The good
Oh,
people. The good people.
yes.
The people
yes.
on the nice list.
The people on the nice list. Oh, because trust me, we spoke about the naughty list as well. So
Yeah.
that was quite
A
interesting.
long naughty
Yeah.
list.
Yes, a long naughty list. So we have
Yeah.
Mom Kathy. Hey, Kathy, would you jump in and tell us a little bit about what you do? Hold on. You're mute. Who asked to unmute?
Mhm.
Kathy, let me tell her. I can't hear you. Okay, maybe she's having issues with her phone. Anyway, but Kathy is a really lovely person. She was the person I met when we started our going into the snare of networking together.
Oh, wait a
and-
minute.
Oh, there
Did I
she goes.
unmute me?
You did, yes.
Yes.
That's what I was
Did I
trying to tell
unmute-
you. Okay, you're gonna have to teach me sign language. She's so multi-talented. Anything I could ask her and she'll find a way to teach me.
That
it,
is,
so.
no, that is so not true. Technology is not my love language. But if I unmuted myself, then that's a good thing. That's a big step in the right direction. So you and I know one another a very long time. I think since you moved down here and just about the time that I moved down here.
Yes.
Both of us under being forced, to do that. So what I am is a retired educator, and I work now with parents of special needs children as an advocate. So I go into schools with the parents and meet with the teachers and the administrators and come up with plans. Most people will know them as IEPs or 504s for children who need the extra help in order to be successful in the school environment and in life. And so I've been doing that since I retired from education for about 12 years now, if not longer. And I'm a very inept business person. I am not a business person. I am an advocate who has a business. And that's really how I describe myself. The tech, the business piece, people find me by referral. Sometimes it's referral by the school. You need this advocate, and most of the time it's just someone has said, you need an advocate, and this is the person that I would get.
So, and we can help you, Kathy, with someone who needs, who's having some challenges with the school and need to approach, tell me, what is it again? So they need to go and say, yes, my child needs this, but so you represent them.
I represent them, but they should never say it. There are ways to do this that are required by law, and and here's the part that I wish I could, not wish. If I were really a great business person and do these things the way I want to, it would be to get the word out to people that there's a procedure that the state makes schools follow. And if you can follow that same procedure, you get help more quickly. So one of the things I'll do for my parents is I write all their emails so that the emails state what they need to state, and the school knows this person knows something. This person is watching my clock, and that's what they're on. The school's on the clock all the time. So, yeah, I love what I do. It can oftentimes be heartbreaking. I very often say I really don't want to be in business anymore, and then I'll get a phone call from a parent, and now I have to do this one. I never turn anybody away, but it's more complicated. Life's gotten more complicated. Schools are more complicated. Needs are more complicated. But I've been a teacher and a counselor and an administrator, and it's what I like. But I wasn't a good student. Oh,
And Kathy actually,
that compassion of not having been a good student myself. So anyway, that's what I've done. And as I've said, Renate and I have been friends and volunteers together and been in different things together for a very
When-
long time now. I had the same hair color as Renate when I started. So,
oh my gosh. And I know Leah for same thing, the same way how I've known you. And then I think after you it was Leah. And so, yes, but I wanted to say that, and Kathy actually is the person who prepared the lesson plan around my first book, A Frog in Grandma's Cup. She created that lesson plan that I was able to take into the schools and the daycare centers to show them how the book can be used. So, and even when even today, if I'm selling the book, I always include copies of that lesson plan so the parents or whomever is buying the book can see ways to use the book. So she did an awesome job with that. Yes.
I forgot about that, but I have the 2 books down in my office on my bookshelf with all the books that people I know have written. I have several friends that have written books or acquaintances or whatever. So your 2 are right there, because they're ones that people I would advocate for with the younger set would use.
So ladies, before we wrap up today, I would like to hear from you. What is it that you need right now or could use right now to take your business one step further before the end of May? Whether it's you need a skill, whether you need a connection, what is it that you need that we can try and help you with? So feel free to unmute yourselves and let's talk. Okay, then we're going to be in school.
Talk to some, everybody knows I'm not the greatest at social media. I lean on my strengths and I know what my weaknesses are, and I'm good at relationships, but I think I'm missing out on some of those more traditional marketing things because I'm only one person and I only have 24 hours. And so I'm realizing that, okay, if I want to continue growing, I can't have time continue to expand too. So for me, it's just taking the leap and marketing and social media and creating systems. This won't happen in May, but this year I'll hire someone too. So it's it's just taking the leap, and then it's like, wait, do I have all the systems in place? Because right now I'm busy. So if I bump up marketing, then I have to hire someone sooner. So it's just the timing on things and knowing, I'm all about taking risks when they're calculated. So it's just jumping in and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, before you do all of that, you and I, we were due for a call anyway, but I will share with you some of how I manage that and also share with you some cautionary steps when you're hiring that marketing person. So
Yeah.
I'll share that with you.
I feel like you have come across so many total crap people. Like, it's so frustrating when, you know, it happens to us, we see it happen to other people, and you're like, how can you feel good about yourself?
Right, exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So Jane, what can we help with?
Well, do you have a great big 2x4?
Absolutely.
See?
Yeah.
Do you know?
What do you have to move?
Where are you
Myself.
going?
Who are you
No.
gonna hit yourself
See,
with?
I get in my own way, and I start to get overwhelmed with things. And then when I get overwhelmed with things, I stop. I just stop. And one little thing can make me go back, because I think I just told you about my experience, not this last week, but the week before, where it was a crazy experience, not in my fault, that I had to deal with, that took my entire week away. And it's like, okay, well, now I'm a week behind. And so for me, it's just really like, I don't know. That's why I said 2x4, to kind of hit me upside the rear end, to say, come on, let's go, let's go. It's kind of like, it's like, I know what to do, but I have a problem being consistent and just getting the things done.
Well,
So
okay.
yeah.
All right. So we'll talk about that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I can feel you, honey. So,
Really?
yeah, that's why I said she keeps me straight. Sometimes I just
Uh,
think if I don't do it, she's gonna show up in like a ninja costume with a sword, start beating me with it. So I'm like, okay.
Uh-oh. I'll be watching for that at my door. If I see that, I'm going to know exactly who that is.
Oh my
Absolutely.
gosh, no. But yeah, so I'll chat with you on how
And
to how
and
to
I think that's one thing that's what you're doing with the networking kind of thing, because as you and I have discussed, the whole networking concept just makes me want to like curl up into a fetal position and hide, because it's always so, what are you going to do for me? And nobody's really concerned about finding out really what you are all about, and I don't like that at all.
me too.
But I think that kind of the purpose of a networking group should be some accountability and support for one another, not just, oh, here's what I do and here's my business card, how many people can you refer to me?
Yeah, or buy. If you're not buying from
Or
me, then
buy.
I'm yeah,
Exactly.
no.
So I
yeah.
love that aspect. And like, I don't really feel like what you do competes with what I do as far as women entrepreneurs, because you're helping women start a business, like a real business, with things that they need to know and the things that they need to do. And ours is more of helping women who are connected with a business, how to stand out in that space, and how to keep going when you get discouraged and
Yeah. And
all
here is the thing. So when we have the ones who are like me, didn't know where, the how, the what, and what. And then when we get them to that stage, then we say, here, now you go to change. See?
exactly right.
And that's what I want here for,
Yes,
and so ladies, the women need to know about, like Leah was saying, have your finances, but under an education on that.
right,
So that's what we would like to do, is that you send whoever friends, clients, family, you say, hey,
right,
this lady, and full disclosure, Leah is my financial planner. And
Right.
yeah, so, and she's
And-
been,
And
yeah.
I love that whole idea. I never knew there was such a thing as a financial planner for female entrepreneurs. I mean, I know financial planners, but they're all guys, you know, and that it never occurred to me that there might be a financial planner that specifically focused on female entrepreneurs, which, you know, kind of like what Leah said, that, you know, they do have different needs, and they, you know, and you take some women, they have nothing.
Or they don't even know where to
Nothing.
start or what to do. They don't know it's a thing. So
Exactly. So I'm like, oh my gosh, that's fantastic to know that there is somebody out there that does that kind of thing and can really support women who aren't, you know, don't walk in with $100,000 check to, or what, you know what I'm saying. But so I think that's fabulous. So
yeah,
great.
great.
And Jane, you mentioned network marketing. So what companies do you work with, or have you worked with? Or is it just in?
What companies have I worked with?
Yeah.
Well, I have worked with a lot of different network companies. Currently though, I am with a company called Juice Plus, which is whole food nutrition in a capsule. It's whole food in a capsule, which I was actually introduced to 6 months before I was diagnosed with cervical cancer and almost died. And it completely changed the outcome of my treatment. And so I started kind of doing some research in that area and discovered that one of the causes of, or things that attribute to cervical cancer, I mean, there were several, but was a lack of fruits and vegetables. And I started kind of digging into that a little deeper, and discovered that, well, it's actually a cause of pretty much everything, every disease. So I really made it a mission to be able to help people that were going through treatments that could not eat and could not get proper nutrition. Because when I was going through treatment, I couldn't get any, I couldn't hardly eat anything. But I've been involved with several different network marketing companies. But I think that one of the key things is when you're looking at a network marketing company, that it has to align with your values, and it has to be something that speaks to you. One of my best friends from in Texas, which is where I'm from, she originally had gotten me in the very first network marketing company I was involved with. It was a makeup company, and I loved it. Absolutely love it. Still love makeup today. Absolutely love it. And then now though, she's been with Pampered Chef for many, or not, well, she's been with she is with Pampered Chef, but she was with a jewelry company, Premier Jewelry Company, I think. And she tried for so long to get me in that. And I'm like, but Donna, I don't really care that much about jewelry. I don't have a passion for it, you know? So what we want to do is to work with women and help them figure out what they're passionate about, and then how to develop a personal brand around that passion. Because, you know, your company that you work for is not your brand. You are your brand. And so anyway.
Yeah. Well, I've been involved in network marketing since 2014, so 10 years now.
Yeah.
I've been 20.
So are
Anyway,
you with a network marketing company now?
I am, but I don't promote. I really don't. I love Lavelle Thrive. I like the patches.
Yeah.
Keeps me calm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like their shakes. Modera, I like the collagen. It's one
Yeah.
of the best.
Yeah.
Saint, I wear their makeup, or wear
Yeah.
Saint makeup.
Yeah.
Started out with Beachbody, actually.
Yeah. Really?
friend of
Yeah.
mine.
That's, yeah.
And then I went to Isogenics, and
Mhm.
I've sort of bounced all over the place. but I haven't
Yeah.
ever found one that I'm just like, you know what, I really want to do this, and I'm 100% all
Yeah.
in.
Well, what I like about Juice Plus is that they've been around for 50 years. They started really as with smoke detectors and smoke detectors and some kind of alarms or something. I don't know, but smoke detectors. And then Jay Martin, who is still the head guy. We do have a new CEO, but because he's getting old, but he's the one that brought in the plant powder, which was formulated by a naturopathic doctor for his dad. And 33% of the people involved in Juice Plus are medical professionals, and they are big medical professionals, okay, that gave up their practice, and they're not paid. No doctor is paid to, do anything that they do with Juice Plus. And a lot of doctors have, quit their practice just to promote Juice Plus because it's got the most clinical research than any other product like it on the planet, that's been done by independent universities and medical schools and things all around the world. And it's just, it's like the more I learn, the more goosebumps I get, because it is so incredible what it does to the body. And kids can eat free.
Okay.
So
I'll have to try.
the person who actually introduced me to it, I did meet at a network marketing meeting, and she's a child
Okay.
psychologist. And so she has studied brain health and child development for years. She just retired a couple years ago, and she understands that impact that nutrition makes with younger kids. And so, like with Kathy, going into schools and, or, dealing with these kids, which I had one of my sons is dyslexic, and I think both of my kids are ADHD. But I had to go through that whole process with the IEP and doing all that stuff. And but the nutrition thing for those kind of kids is just incredibly important. Incredibly important. So anyway, but yeah, you have to really love and be passionate about the company that you align yourself with. Otherwise, because there are a lot of great companies out there, a lot of great companies. And you have to find the one, I think, though, that really speaks to your heart. And so for me, Juice Plus, just because of what it did for me and what I know it's done for so many other people, there's nothing like it. So anyway, I didn't mean to go on and on like that. Sorry.
Thanks for sharing. No.
If I'm passionate about it, I could talk for hours.
Right. I get it.
Which I know y'all probably are the same way.
Yes.
But
Yes.
the one thing I love that you didn't say was you can make millions, and it's easy, and it only takes 30 minutes a day on the phone.
Yeah, well, I know so many people, I think they sign up and they think automatically, oh my God, I'm going to be rich. And it takes a while. It's not a get rich quick scheme, and, but it's not people always look at it as though they're, this, people say, oh, is that pyramid thing? It's like, okay, well, if you think about it, the way a company is structured, it is a pyramid, except that those people up there are getting paid way more than these people down here.
Exactly.
And, I mean, Juice Plus they do have a great marketing plan and all of that, compensation plan. It is great. But I know when I first started with it, I didn't even understand it. I didn't even want to understand it. All I was interested in was, hey, people need to eat. People need more fruits and vegetables in their life. That's it. And I wasn't even thinking about like building a business with it. So, but yeah, a lot of people get involved in those companies thinking that they're going to make a bunch of stuff. And, and that's why the some of the companies that make you buy like an inventory and keep a bunch of inventory, that's just, that's not good.
I don't like those.
Yeah, I spent
No,
a ton of
those
money.
are those are
And
dangerous in my opinion, but anyway.
isogenics like that, you had to order so much per month, otherwise you couldn't
Yeah.
get paid. And don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, second one I joined and I really loved the products, but then I started getting really sick from them. So I
Oh,
started
really?
growing hair
Oh,
and like irritable
oh.
Really?
Yeah. So
And
kind
they're
of find out,
expensive too, aren't they? They're kind of
Yes.
expensive.
and they changed all their sources. So no longer
Oh,
was
really?
it from New Zealand, it was cows from Nebraska. And they didn't tell anybody. So a lot
Oh,
of us,
really?
especially, we started getting really sick and hormonal issues
Oh
and
my
stuff.
gosh.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
not
wow.
good.
Mm-mm.
Juice Plus has had some of the same farmers since since they started. They have farmers that grow the specific fruits and vegetables, and they pick them when they're the most vine ripened, and that's when they flash dry everything, and they take out the sugar, which is great for diabetics as well. They take out the water and flash dry it at a low heat. So it's the whole entire plant. It's not just like you don't just take an apple and eat the apple and throw away the seeds and the core and everything. You actually get the whole entire thing, which is amazing. And they've had the same people doing their stuff for and I want to say is the kale farms. They have more kale farms than anybody else anybody else. They have more kale farms.
Okay.
So, and they have a great we have a great plant-based omega, which is made with the algae that the fish actually eat, so you don't get all that fish taste. But there's something, and I don't really know exactly what it is. Some of these people, the experts, start talking about stuff and it's like, it's way over my head, which is, I usually like all the nerdy stuff, but this is like, okay, I don't know what she just said, but there's something special about the farms that they use for the algae, but I don't really know what it is, so I probably shouldn't talk about it, but it's pretty cool. So
Oh, well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah,
This was
thank
so
you.
fun.
absolutely.
And
Everybody
thanks.
left.
Oh, well, it's work time. That's fine.
I
It's
know,
okay.
and I've got to go run some errands in the
And
rain.
Oh no.
yeah, I'm gonna try to get home before the highway gets crazy. But
Yeah,
but I'm glad that you've met Traci, because
Yes.
eventually that's what I wanted, for you to meet
Yes.
her and us get together and talk more,
yes,
because we're
absolutely.
looking to build our relationships. We're
Yes.
looking to lift
Absolutely.
each other up and support. So this
Absolutely.
is
Yes. I'm very excited for you guys, and I'm so glad that we're so close.
yes, yes, absolutely. So we're gonna work on our plannings and
Okay.
make this become, like you said, not just something we talk about, but
Yeah.
we're doing. 'Cause I'm
Yeah.
a doer. And
Yeah.
the things
Well,
that happen
good.
on the- Yes, yeah.
She's
All
carrying
right.
around, Traci. She's carrying around that 2x4.
I know, girl, I know. I had to get the slides together for today, and I'm like, I better get it done, or she's gonna bring a whip in here this morning. I'm like, oh, I was telling everybody, leave me alone, get out of my office.
Oh my
I love
gosh.
it.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
love it.
All right. Thank you so much, dear.
All right.
And
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'll talk to you guys
absolutely.
soon.
Talk to you soon, and see you soon too.
Okay.
Okay, bye,
Bye.
Jay.